Hello everybody, my name is the Lord Penguin and welcome today to the Australian Grand Prix, which is the first race in my new career series on F1 2017. This is the very first lap of my career, which I'm showing you now, and I thought I'd use this lap to kind of explain one or two things. So first of all, I've been playing F1 2017. I think it's a brilliant game. It's really good fun. I really like F1 in real life, so it's kind of quite good, and it's a bit of shabby lap because I'm not yet used to this very much. I've played a couple of races, a couple of practice sessions and things like that, just driving around in other cars. But this is the first career series, and what I decided to do, the car I decided to go with is the HAAS team. So 2017 was, I believe, their first. I think, were they in 2016? No, I don't think so. 2017 is their first season, so I decided I'd go with them. And also I wanted to go for a lesser team. I didn't want to go for someone like Mercedes because they give you very difficult goals and you're expected to win first season, and I don't want to do that. I want to move up. I want to play as in HAAS, and maybe move up to Williams or Red Bull or Force India or something like that, some sort of slightly better team next season, and maybe up to Ferrari or Mercedes season afterwards. Who knows? But I'll probably play multiple seasons. So coming around to the end of the first lap, and what I've done is I've made a highlights compilation sort of thing, so we'll click over to that. So here we are coming around the last few corners in P1 practice 1, the first practice session of the season. Not long after my first lap, and yes, we're coming around the last few corners, and we run a little bit wide on that corner and lose the back end and straight into a wall. Unfortunately, that is P1, that is the first practice session over. So the lights are coming on. All 5 lights, and it's lights out, and away we go for the first race of the season, the Australian Grand Prix, starting in 17th. Unfortunately, we didn't have the best qualifying session. We had a fairly good qualifying session. Had several penalties. A 1 5-place grid penalty, so we're now starting down in 17th. Unfortunately, not ideal, but it's okay because straight away we're going to come on the attack on Van Dorn, and into the second corner we've already up to 14th place, which from 17th is actually very, very good. Although Van Dorn's going to be coming back. Oh, it's Alonso. Sorry, Alonso's going to be coming back. Unfortunately, he's just not got the power. Not in that McLaren, not with the Honda power. So we have managed to make it up all the way up to 14th place within 2 corners. So now coming around some sort of the middle sections, and on the side here you can see that we have indeed got Vettel on the side of the track. He's crashed out, unfortunately. Well, fortunately for us, we've gained a place out of it. Don't really know what happened to him. We might have a look at it in a little bit. But no, this is Vettel. This is where we saw him crash out. We sort of saw him on the track. He gets passed by Raikkonen and hits, I don't know if that's Bottas or Hamilton, one of the two, and he's just parked him on the side. There's nothing he can do. He is out. So we're going to be coming around into our first pit stop. We've cut out a large section because not much was happening. And here we're going to lose a lot of places. We were in 7th. Unfortunately, the pack's a little bit bunched up behind us. So if we can get a good pit stop here, but I don't think we're going to. Unfortunately, yeah, we're still here. No, that's too slow. 3 seconds, over 3 seconds for our pit, and that's just not going to be good enough. We're going to be coming out behind Grosjean. So it's behind our teammate. That's last. Vettel's out of the race. We are actually now last in this Grand Prix, from 7th to 19th in the space of a few minutes. That's just annoying. So we're into 18th now, past Stroll, and we're going to make a dive in for Grosjean. That puts us ahead of our teammate now. That was a perfect dive, late on the brakes. Managed to sort of cut him off and make it stick. Next up, is Massa. We're going to do the same thing on Massa. Late on the brakes, a little bit wide, but thankfully he doesn't manage to cut round. And we're now up into 16th place. Our team target was 15th. Although at the moment, quite a few people have still got to pit. I think Grosjean's already pitted, and quite a few people have. As I said, we didn't have the best pit stop in the world, but we've actually got quite a lot of time sort of stored up in those pit stops, where other people are going to have to pit, and then we're going to get ahead of them. We'll probably see that happening sort of next lap, if not the next lap afterwards. As I said, actually, we've managed to gain a lot of places through pit stops, and managed to actually overtake a couple of people as well. And we are now on the hunt for Verline. We're in a much better car, though, I think. So this is going to be easy. Kind of, maybe that was a bit cruel, leaving him no space whatsoever. And actually, Massa's followed us through as well. But even so, going to be on a defensive line there, cutting close to the apex. Did not want Massa coming up the inside because he was looking for it. And he's now dropped quite a way back, actually. No, he's having another go. Here's this Massa. Is trying to come up inside in a more powerful and faster Williams. Thankfully, we've got better brakes, so we can kind of cut him off. And behind us again, Massa constantly trying to have a go at us. But he's not getting through. We're going to go on the inside. He's going to come around, try and go on the outside, but it's not going to work for him. And we are now into 8th place in this Australian Grand Prix, and that is pretty good. We're on to lap 14 out of 15, coming in for the final sort of stretch. All we need to do is kind of keep these guys behind us, and we'll be home, sweet home and dandy. And whatever that means, I really don't know. But anyway, we're coming around the last few corners. The second to last corner, heavy braking zone, and away, last corner, and we are going to bring it home in 8th place for the HAAS team on their first Grand Prix. I'd say I'm actually pretty happy with that. That's what we're looking for. Starting off the season well and strong, 8th place. And that puts us obviously at 8th place on the standings as well. Helped there a little bit by the, Ferraris dropping out. Quite useful. So I'll thank you guys very much for watching. If you have enjoyed this video, then definitely like and subscribe for the rest of the season, because you don't want to miss that. We've got China up next, and that's a good race, actually. We do alright, problems, and then not so alright. So that's one to watch. Thank you guys very much for watching. I will see you all later.